Good morning, everyone. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Her voice is
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning. So, what we studied in last class? I think in last class, remote sensing platform of remote sensing is completed and electromagnetic wave is start. So, what is the speed of electromagnetic wave? Speed of electromagnetic wave. Velocity of electromagnetic wave.
Three into 10 to the power 8 meter per second.
3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second equal to लाइट वेव या फिर वेलोसिटी. Okay, screen is visible. Screen is visible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this portion is almost completed. General process of remote sensing. So what is the process of remote sensing for data acquiring? Acquiring. So first step is the source of electromagnetic energy should be available. Okay, that source is the for passive. For passive, it's sun, and for active, it's on electromagnetic energy source. Second step for data acquisition is the propagation of electromagnetic energy through atmosphere, then interaction of electromagnetic energy with earth surface feature, that is the object present on the earth surface, then retransmission of electromagnetic energy through the atmosphere, then recording the reflected electromagnetic energy by the sensing system, either which is placed in different types of platform, either above the earth, aeroplane, or in satellite. So recording of the reflected electromagnetic energy by sensing system and generation of sensor data in pictorial or digital form, that is the interpretation or processing the data, okay, or image processing. So this is the last step for data acquisition. So see the figure. This figure show the process of data acquisition by remote sensing. So here sun is available. Sun is electromagnetic source for passive system, and this building, trees are our target. So yellow light is the electromagnetic radiation which hit the target, and after the incident rays, yellow rays, it again reflect, and reflected electromagnetic rays is received by sensor that is placed on satellite. This is the satellite. Here sensor is active. Okay, this is the sun. Sun is the source of electromagnetic radiation, and also some target also emit the electromagnetic radiation. So that radiation also received by sensor. So this is the generalized process for data acquisition by remote sensing. Okay. Next is the general process of remote sensing. So first is the analysis of data. So interpretation and analysis of generated data, that is generated by electromagnetic wave, and generation of information product and users use the or analyze or process that data. Okay, so basic wave theory is that is the wave velocity of wave, electromagnetic wave is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and wave consists two fluctuating field, that is electromagnetic wave, electromagnetic field as well as electric field and magnetic field. Okay, electric field and magnetic field, and both field are perpendicular to each other. So what is the basic theory of basic wave theory? So in basic wave theory, we have to know about the frequency, wavelength. Okay. So there is a equation which obey waves, that is C equal to nu lambda, where C is the velocity of electromagnetic radiation, that is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and lambda is the wavelength and nu is the frequency of the electromagnetic wave. Next is the electromagnetic wave based on particle theory. So particle theory we have already studied, that is the photon theory. Photon or quanta is a packet of energy, a small packet of energy. So particle theory tells about how the electromagnetic energy interact with matter, and the smallest possible unit is called photon or quanta. Each possesses a certain quantity of energy. So each photon have some energy, some certain energy. Okay, and lots of photon make a wave. So the energy of quanta or photon is given as Q equal to Hf, where Q is the energy of quanta, H is the Planck's constant, and F is the frequency of this wave. Okay, so also we can write Q equal to Hc by lambda. So F is the frequency here. So frequency also replaced by equation C equal to nu lambda. Clear? C equal to F lambda, that is F is the frequency, C is the velocity, lambda is the wavelength. Also Q equal to HF, so if we can write F equal to C by lambda and put in this equation Q equal to HC by lambda. This formula is very known. So electromagnetic spectrum distribution of continuum of radiation energy can be plotted as a function of wavelength or frequency and is known as electromagnetic spectrum. So this is the electromagnetic spectrum. In this different range of electromagnetic wave is given in this scale. So minimum wavelength is the 10 to the power minus 6 for gamma rays, and for visible rays range wavelength is the 4000 to 6000 mm or 0.4 micron to 0.7 micron. This is the visible light. Okay. Then maximum wavelength of the electromagnetic radiation is 10 to the power 9 for radio wave. So different types of electromagnetic spectrum is used in remote sensing system. So gamma rays, that wavelength is less than 3 into 10 to the power minus 5 is not available for remote sensing. Okay, X-ray is also not used in remote sensing. Why this is not used? Because gamma rays and X-ray is observed by atmosphere. Okay.
My voice is audible. My voice is audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so screen is not visible now. So different types of wavelength range is used in remote sensing system. So I have discussed here gamma rays and X-ray is not used due to gamma rays and X-ray wavelength is very less. So it is observed by atmosphere. Visible ultraviolet rays is observed by ozone layer. So visible range is used in remote sensing system, and infrared also used. Radio wave have highest wavelength, so used for remote sensing system by some radar. So these are the different types of electromagnetic wave that is used in the electromagnetic remote sensing system. Next is about energy source and radiation principle. So energy sources, different types of energy sources is used with different radiation principle. So first is the primary source of energy that illuminate different feature on Earth's surface is the sun, and the sun produce electromagnetic radiation.
Now screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So the sun produces electromagnetic radiation in wide range up to X-rays to range is also here. So in wide range of wavelength, the amount of energy it produces is not uniform across the all wavelengths. So energy is also not equal due to wavelength is different. So if wavelength is at different value, then energy, what is the formula of energy? Energy equal to what? Energy equal to Q equal to Hc by lambda. If lambda is different, then Q is also different value. So the solar radiation, the earth and the terrestrial object also are the source of electromagnetic radiation. So all matter at temperature above the absolute 0 or 0 Kelvin emit electromagnetic radiation continuously. Okay, so energy source and radiation principle gives by Stephen Boltzmann, that is the relation is the m sigma to the power 4. Okay, where m is the total radiation existence of material. This is the not radiation for sun. M is the total radiation existence of material. Sigma is the Stephen Boltzmann constant and T is the temperature. So above the temperature 0 degree Kelvin, all material have its own radiation and they can emit radiation. Okay. Next is the theory about black body radiation. So black body is a hypothetical ideal radiator. It observes and re-emit the entire energy incident upon it. So no body in a space is the perfectly black body. So as the temperature increases, the peak shift towards the left. This is explained by Wien's displacement law. It states that dominant wavelength at which the black body radiates del m lambda m is inversely proportional to absolute temperature of black body. So black body concept is also here. So what is the black body? So black body is a hypothetical. It is a not ideal condition. It is a not no body is perfectly black body. So what is black body? What is the properties of black body? Black body is a body which observe energy and re-emit total observed energy. But this is not possible. Some energy is already remaining body. So that concept is not is the ideal. So energy sources and radiation principle. This is the graph shows the spectral radiation and wavelength graph which show the visible radiation energy band up to how much degree, matlab Kelvin temperature. So up to 200 Kelvin, 300 Kelvin and 500 Kelvin wavelength range is 1.7 micrometer to 60 micrometer, approx 60 micrometer. So this is the temperature versus radiation and wavelength graph. So energy sources and radiation principle that is based on Planck's theory, quantum theory. E lambda equal to hc square by lambda 5. This formula is not used in our syllabus. Next is the energy source and radiation principle by Bain's displacement law. So when displacement law is give lambda maximum equal to v by t, where v is the Bain's displacement constant and t is the temperature in Kelvin. Okay. Then Earth atmosphere, composition of atmosphere. There are 5 layers of atmosphere, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. So atmosphere is the gases envelope up to 100 kilometer of the atmosphere. Only 3 into 10 to the minus 5% of the gases are around above 100 kilometer. So what amount of gases are present in our atmosphere? So nitrogen is percentage of nitrogen present in our atmosphere is 78.08. Oxygen is 20.9. Argon is 0.93, carbon dioxide is 0.03 and ozone is very less, 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 6. But ozone and carbon dioxide is very harmful. Ozone layer is also observed. Which light? Wavelength, visible rays also. Effect of atmosphere on electromagnetic radiation. So what is the effect? The radiation from the energy sources passes through some distance of atmosphere before being detected by the remote sensor. So this is the process. Electromagnetic radiation interact with our atmosphere. So scattering process is also occurs in atmosphere. As scattering process, atmospheric scattering is the process by which a small particle in the atmosphere diffuse in a portion of incident radiation in all directions. This is the scattering. So types of scattering is either selective scattering or non-selective scattering. See the figure. This is the scattering process. Radiation comes through, electromagnetic radiation comes through sun and before hitting the target it is scattered in atmosphere. Okay, it is scattered in atmosphere in different direction. So effect of atmosphere on electromagnetic radiation. Types of selective, there are 2 types of scattering, selective and non-selective. So types of selecting scattering also, Rayleigh scattering and my scattering. So see the scattering process. 2 types of scattering is here. So what is Rayleigh's scattering? So this occurs when the particles causing the scattering are much smaller in diameter, less than 1/10 than the wavelength of radiation interacting with them. So this is the Rayleigh scattering. Next is the Meyer scattering. So Meyer scattering occurs when the wavelength of the energy is almost equal to diameter of atmospheric particle. Okay. So both scattering is occurs due to particle present in atmosphere. So if particulate material diameter is equal to wavelength of electromagnetic energy, then a scattering is occurred, and that scattering is known as Meyer scattering. So longer wavelength also get scattered compared to Rayleigh scatter. Second is the non-selective scattering. So which occur when the dia of the atmospheric particle are much larger than wavelength being sensed. So the scattering is non-selective with respect to wavelength, since all visual and IR wavelengths get scattered equally. So if particulates that present in atmosphere is very large, as compared to wavelength of electromagnetic radiation, in that condition non-selective is occurred. Next process is the absorption process, also happened in atmosphere. So what is absorption? So process in which incident energy is retained by particle in the atmosphere. So it is the absorption of electromagnetic radiation in the atmosphere layer. So energy transferred into other form. In stored energy is again transferred into other form. So scattering, atmospheric absorption causes an effect of loss of energy. So these are the either a scattering or absorption is effect a loss of energy of electromagnetic wave. Absorption depend on either wavelength of energy, atmospheric composition, and also arrangement of gaseous molecule and their energy level. So the observing medium will not only observe a portion of total energy, but also reflect, refract, or scatter the energy. And the observed energy may also be transmitted back to the atmosphere. So in observation also, the most efficient observer of solar radiation are water vapor, carbon dioxide, and ozone. So how much percentage of carbon dioxide is present in our atmosphere? How much percentage? That is 0.003%. And ozone is very less, that is 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 6%. But this little amount of carbon dioxide and ozone observe our solar radiation. Okay. Next is the gaseous component or selective observer of the electromagnetic radiation, that is the observed electromagnetic energy in a specific wavelength band and depend the arrangement of gaseous molecule and their energy level. So absorption and scattering process is clear to everyone. Absorption and scattering. Scattering are two types, selective or non-selective. Selective scattering is also two types, Rayleigh and Meyer scattering. And what is non-selective scattering? So if particle present in atmosphere is very large compared to wavelength of electromagnetic radiation, in that condition non-selective scattering occurs. Next is the atmospheric window. So the range of wavelengths that are partially or wholly transmitted through the atmosphere, remote sensing data acquisition is limited through this atmospheric window. So what is the purpose of window in our house? Similar atmospheric window is present is work and remote sensing system. So what is the atmospheric window? So the range of wavelengths by the atmospheric window, the range of wavelengths are partially or wholly transmitted. Okay. So that is called atmospheric window. So remote sensing data acquisition is limited through these atmospheric window. So see the diagram. Here the energy versus wavelength graph is given. Ultraviolet, visual and infrared generally not observed. So these are the pass through atmospheric window. Ultraviolet, visual and infrared is generally passed through atmospheric window. Atmospheric transmittance, that is by photography, thermal scanner, multispectral scanner, and wavelength of 1 mm to 1 meter, that is radar and passive microwave, that is observed by radar and passive microwave. So remote sensing system is clear to everyone, and also electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic theory, quantum theory, and atmospheric window. What is atmospheric window? How it is work? This all point is clear or not? If any doubts, so please you can tell me.
Ma'am, atmospheric window explain once time. Hello.
My voice is audible ना? So जैसे हम लोग के घरों में विंडो होता है, हम लोग क्या करते हैं, झांकते हैं, ठीक है. Similarly, जो एटमॉस्फेरिक विंडो है, so through atmospheric window, electromagnetic radiation passes through our target. Clear? So जो भी हमारा एटमॉस्फेरिक विंडोज के थ्रू इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव पास कर रहा है, दैट इज विजिबल, अल्ट्रावायलेट एंड इंफ्रारेड. And through atmospheric window, either wavelength, either radiation is fully passed or partially transmitted. So that atmospheric layer is known as atmospheric window.